How do you say hi? Let's talk about it. Hello and welcome to another episode of Culture Connection Conversations, where we bring you relatable stories of diversity.
Hi, I am Filomena. I'm based in the Netherlands.
And I am Claudia from Luxembourg.
I'm an intercultural leadership and team development expert.
And I am a coach and mediator accompanying mainly professionals, entrepreneurs, corporate leaders, as well as their teams.
You call us when there's friction, results are going down, or there's struggle.
Let's get started.
Let's do that.
Before we start, here's today's whimsical tidbit. Today is August 5th, 2024, and we are in the middle of the 2024 Olympics in Paris. Are you watching any of that, Philomene?
I am, yes. I think it's an exciting atmosphere. I mean, to me, Paris is special. So you see the Eiffel Tower all over the place, of course. I watched the opening ceremony, which was fantastic. And I saw a lot of interesting sport activities, especially in the running area when it comes to the Netherlands. But I just admire everybody who is performing at the Olympic Games. I mean, the cost and price and effort those people have invested is amazing. So kudos to them. I admire.
Yes, and it's also an example of, it's the journey. It's not necessarily the destination. Not everybody is going to be a gold medalist, but, let's really applaud everybody who does their best as they go to these games. And we know how many hours of sweat and tears and effort lie behind what they're doing. So even tiny little Luxembourg has a contingent of people that are there. So I wish them all the best of luck.
Same here.
Let's get to the meat of the matter of today's episode. Let's say back to our regular scheduled programming. Today we are talking about how we say hi. So
an amazing topic, Claudia.
Not an easy one by any means. So you have a little story for us. Go ahead.
Well, what I noticed recently, once again, I have to say, is that saying hi seems like the most logical, easy thing to do, right? And it's not. I find time and time again that it's quite complicated and it's very easy to get things wrong right from the start. So first time you meet or at the beginning of a conversation. So recently I went to the dentist, right? You go to the dentist every now and then. And in the past, what I did is shake hands with the dentist because, I meet them like twice a year. So you just shake hands to confirm sort of respect or opening conversation. And whenever I went to the doctor, shake hands. Because I come from a family where handshaking is quite normal. This is different from the kissing part, right? I'll just park that one for now. But I do notice that, for example, going to a dentist, doctor, or whomever, a shop, you no longer shake hands. That is to say, the younger the people are I meet, the less handshaking is going on. This might be a post-COVID thing, right? There is acknowledgement of your presence. So people look you right into the eye, and there's a nod. There's a distance of, say, meter and a half, maybe. And then you kind of follow her or him into the room where you will have your treatment or conversation. I'm fine with this, right? Nothing wrong with it. No judgment here. As an observer, I do notice that I find it a bit awkward every now and then because I have, the first thing I do is reach out and offer my hand, and this is no longer done. So my hand is sort of glued to my body, not to do that, not to get things wrong. On the other hand, when I meet with friends, we do shake hands. And especially friends I have not seen for a long time, you shake hands. in my family, the family I started and the sons I raised, they shake hands, right? So every now and then I get the remark, you still shake hands. So what's your opinion on this, Claudia? Is there a difference in generations or in cultures? What's your opinion?
Well, I think that one of the main aspects is how you were raised. What was the familial kind of etiquette that you were introduced to? For me, it was as well, you do shake hands. It's like, especially when you're um, in front of somebody professional, in front of somebody with more authority, it's kind of the very polite thing to do. And so it was always kind of also what I was brought up to do. It was the polite, expected thing to do. I think that even the old guard, let's say, that used to do this, now post-COVID is doing it less and less. I think we have learned that we can greet each other also respectfully without shaking hands. And it becomes kind of even novel at this time to shake hands when you're in a situation where people actually shake hands.
Yeah, that is the impression I get every now and then, to be
Yeah,
honest.
it surprises you. It surprises you, right? But I think that when I go into a situation, for instance, I go into a company, every context has their own microculture, the company culture, the team culture, or even families have their own culture where it's okay to do one thing or another. And then I just remain open. And I watch the body language also about the person who is next to me. And because you're in their territory, right? You're in their territory. So it's easier for them to do how they usually do. I was in a meeting last week where there's actually the bees, even in a company. I was surprised by that, but it's great. So we have like this kind of environment here. Other companies, it's the handshake. Other companies, it's the nod. And so I think when we go into a situation, let's be open and just watch and react accordingly. When we are in the driver's seat, let's do how we want to do it. I think.
No,
But if you want,
agree, yeah. Yeah.
If you want to shake hands, shake hands, and so that would be my take on that.
Well, what I started doing is like wait for a couple of seconds to see what happens, right? This is when I'm not, say, in my own territory. I'm totally fine with the not shaking hands or the yes shaking hands. It's about, I think, the affirmation, right? The acknowledgement of someone else being there, having the appointment, and look one another into the eye. That is, I mean, custom, say, in the Netherlands. And then if someone is uncomfortable shaking hands, I won't, right? I'm fine with that. It's just that you're so used to it that it's very easy to get things wrong in the first 2 seconds you meet, right? Because if I do offer my hand, let's say in this case, the dentist might be confused, me wanting to shake hands or feel awkward, right? Because he or she does not want to do it because of out of hygiene, bacteria, whatever your reason is. So I think there's a new code arising, so to say, that there might not be, like you said, as much handshaking. And in some areas there is. So the answer here might be is just wait for a few seconds, wait for it, or maybe just ask, right? Sometimes I kind of, well, not with a sense of humor, but because I am very serious about this, but with a smile ask, are we going to shake hands or not, right? And then I think instantly someone else, because they also sense the same thing, say yes or no, or I'm fine with that, let's shake hands, right? So there is an answer, but it seems obvious and it seems easy, and it's not.
It's not. And I absolutely agree. Asking is perfectly fine, but even if you're just observing and waiting and looking for cues, greet the person. And it's more than a handshake. It's a smile. It's an open energy. It's a sense of curiosity and welcoming. And just be there.
Yeah,
Fully authentically be there, and then the handshake can be the cherry on top if the situation requires it.
yeah, definitely.
Okay, fantastic. Well, this was really, really interesting. That's today's experience with culture.
To our listeners, we would love to hear your experiences. Feel free to share. And did you understand the situation? And maybe give us your opinion. We would love to hear it. So please do subscribe and leave your comments. We would love to hear from you. Thank you.
If you like this kind of content, please show us your love by subscribing, liking, otherwise engaging with our content. You can reach both Philomen and myself on our social media, and our contact information is included in the show notes associated with this video. We look forward to seeing you again, and we will be back with more probably very soon. Take care,
Thank you, Claudia.
everybody.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.